Today I had the pleasure of travelling up to Shepparton, which, obviously is a fair drive, to deliver some bees and to visit an old friend of mine who was looking to set up a hive. As I was driving towards his property, I thought, wow, there's just so much cleared land. You know, is there really any sources of nectar or pollen available to his bees? And then I arrived at his property. Unbelievable. This property was designed for bees. The previous owners literally were beekeepers and had several hives here, and it's like an oasis for bees in the middle of cleared rural land. Let me just show you around. So most of the surrounding bushland looks like this. It looks pretty sort of dry, and obviously there's some eucalypts around and so forth. Right behind us actually there is a large sort of swamp slash lake, but yeah, you can see it's fairly dry and not much in flower, and these areas tend to be very boom or bust. When the eucalypts are flowering, the bees do really well. When it's sort of drier and there's not much around, the bees literally can starve and struggle to survive. But then I got to their property. Take a look. So the property is absolutely chock-a-block full of native plants that have, obviously grown to a huge size over the years. There's callistemon, melaleucas, eucalypts. You name it, everything is here, and yeah, it's absolutely incredible. Look at the size of this callistemon, absolutely huge, and when you get up close, it's absolutely buzzing. Literally bees everywhere. This, I believe, is a melaleuca. I don't know whether you can hear the humming of the bees. They are literally all over this plant. I mean, no matter where you look, there's bees. Now, if you have a look just around this corner, this is actually where we decided to install the hive yesterday. Now, we've deliberately put it in this location so that it gets the morning sun facing like on the face of the hive, but the afternoon it's actually in shade. It can actually get quite hot up in Shepparton. It can get up to well over 40 degrees, which is too hot for bees, and sometimes a little bit of afternoon shade will really help them. So you notice we've just lifted the hive up off the ground just with some recycled old metal that we actually found. It's lifted off the ground just to create a bit of ventilation underneath the hive and to prevent any moisture from getting into the hive, but it's not lifted up far enough that as they build up this hive, they'll still be able to easily look down into the hive as they build it up. See, we've just strapped it up so that no wind or anything will topple it over and take the lid off or anything like that. So what was it that made you decide to get yourself a beehive?
Well, when I bought this property, the previous owners had 12 beehives on it, and they'd planted a lot of very friendly plants. So we thought, well, we should do it. And it's been ages, and we finally got around to it. Well, I was a bit apprehensive at first, thinking, I'm not too sure. But after Nathan showed us how to do it, and it's actually very, very easy, and we should have done it years ago.
It was pretty scary at first because you didn't know what to expect, but it was pretty cool. Now we get honey, which is pretty good.
The bees didn't sting you?
No.
They're quite friendly.
You felt pretty safe wearing a bee suit?
I'll probably walk up to them right now.
Did we find the queen?
Yes. She has no stripes on her back,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool.
Very good.
But the bees seem really happy. They get the morning sunlight, and there's plenty of plants around for them to collect and eat. make lots of honey.